speakers today spoke about how difficult the last year has been. In fact, at the previous CFO Awards, we were all contemplating how quickly this will end. But think about next year's awards. By then, we probably will have passed the Companies Bill, so we'll have a whole new Companies Act. By then, we'll have some more details on GST, if it's not already implemented. By then, we might have a new Takeover Code. By then, we'll have maybe a final version of the Direct Tax Code. And by then, we'll be a few months away from IFRS. So if that doesn't make you nervous, I'm going to put you, Mr. Devastali, in the spotlight and ask you, should I quickly hand over the mic? There he is, yes. So I'm going to put you in the spotlight and ask you whether you're prepared for this, the fact that life is never going to be the same, and the fact that you now don't know the new Companies Bill as well as I do.
I'm not prepared. I don't know about Companies Bill, but there are lots of things which are in the air for many, many years. I'm hoping that in the next few months we will see some of them being implemented, and I think we will have a sigh of relief in the next few months. We're talking of GST, we're talking of Takeover Code. Just to make one point, I'm on this committee of Takeover Code.
That's right.
No, let me explain. With due respect to committee members, when this committee was formed, I was told that we're going to finish this in 2 months' time, Minister. 2 months' time, 3 months' time. We will have 3 meetings and we are done. We had a meeting last Saturday.
That's right.
And now we are talking of, it will go up to April, May and all. So I think this whole delay process, I think we need to make sure that we are out of it. Lots of things need to be done, and lots of things need to be done expeditiously. So, infrastructure, that's a favorite subject. So, I don't want to talk about that because otherwise the whole evening can go in that. But I think there are a number of things which we need to do. But at the same time, I must say that we are today looking with much more confidence, tremendous amount of courage. We have come out of the problems probably very well. India as a country and my little company, Larsen & Toubro also, we have weathered the storm well. And I think the next year and years ahead look to be extremely bright for us, for the country as well as for the company, provided all these bills get passed.
I also identified Mr. Ravi Sood. Now I'm finding him. There he is. He's trying to hide from my question. So, Mr. Sood, are you contemplating retirement of any fashion? 3 new laws, 1 new indirect code, 1 new direct tax code, IFRS?
No, I think as far as IFRS is concerned, we are fully prepared. I think one thing where I'll disagree with my colleague there is you must understand that we work in a democratic country. And GST is some sort of revolution. I think building consensus and to identify, areas of differences and finding solution. I think if we are likely to miss the date of 1st April, I think I'm not disturbed. But I think from our side, I think we are trying to get more and more clarity over a period of time. I think I must also say, when we work in companies, even 6 people, building a consensus takes time. I mean, you imagine managing a country like such a vast culture, people, values, I don't know. And build a consensus and come out with a solution which is acceptable to everybody. I think that's a big, big challenge. But I think according to my mind, I think these things, direct tax code, IFRS and GST are the steps in the right direction. And the earlier they come, the better it is.
You mean you don't like the Companies Bill?
Sorry?
You don't like the Companies Bill?
Company Bill 1956 is already outdated.
But the new one is now pending with Parliament.
I know that. I know, but I think it was introduced about a few years back also.
Last year,
yeah. Yes. We hope that some of the clauses which are of punitive nature, or particularly relating to Babu Raj, I must use the word. You make a small mistake and your directors can prosecute it or something. Role of ROC, role of this CLB and all this thing, I think needs to be seen in the context and the environment in which the companies are working.
Mr. Purvai, I can see you here. Are you happy you're out of it? You don't have to deal with all of this now.
No, but I deal it in a different way.
Okay. You feel bad for all of them?
No, I feel very good for them. They have done a great job, and I am sure that they will continue to do a great job.
No, but the year they're about to face?
Well, I feel that personally they are entering into better times. The challenges that they had last year were formidable. But this year, and perhaps next year, are going to be far, far better.
Far, far better. Despite all the changes in regulation and law, we're already grappling with the sort of the slow recovery process, and then the world's going to change in terms of all the information you knew, all the laws you knew.
Sometimes changes are for the better, and sometimes the changes which come there, they do introduce some sort of a chain effect, which are sometimes very positive for the company, very positive for the society. And I think we should welcome these changes.
All right, sir. Mr. Rathi, you retired just in time? Just in time. Yeah.
I think Venka right word to say will be that I changed my rule just in time, but it's not because of these laws and all that. They remain my passion. I continue to remain in touch with all of them. But I must say, FY11 is going to be most challenging for CFOs. They'll have to unlearn what they learned all these years and relearn accounting standards, company law, direct access code, GST and whatnot. But I think this is the young generation is all about. I'm sure all of them will face these challenges very well.
So if you had to give them some tips on how to face all this changing environment and all of that, what would you say?
I don't think it is for the first time that changes are taking place.
That many laws changing in 1 year, that's a first time.
But I must say the silver lining in this is, and I don't say this because Honorable Minister is present here, I think first time you see the government which want to be transparent, open. And you know, I had been critic of many things, you have quizzed me many times, but I like the idea that, look, here is the government which is prepared to come out in open, put a direct DTC before you 1 year in advance, invite suggestions, and you take it forward. For IFRS, they have formed a very high-powered committee. They are prepared to, have interministerial coordination committees and all that. So it's not just that they have put in several laws and they just want to impose them on you. It's for corporate India to react or give their views or give their problems fast, and cooperate with the government to bring the changes fast. We cannot, India is a very vast country, and really we are several zones within one country, and it's for both of us to, there's government on one side and corporate on the other side to cooperate and see we get stable laws, clear laws, unambiguous laws, and do a great favor to the generation which will take over. So I think, I feel quite excited that outdated laws are being replaced. Maybe it's a very hard work for many of us, but I think we should face the challenge if we want the things to be simplified.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Rathi. There's a lady here in the audience who's made many CEOs dance just a few months ago to her tune. Madhvi, I can't see you right now, but there you are. So you made Mr. Devastali walk down the ramp. You're the banker to many of these companies. Do they come and complain to you in private? They all seem very stoic right now.
Not at all. I think, corporate India is at an amazing stage today. I think over the last 15 months... Are you just saying that because the minister's here? No, I think it's the reality.
Okay.
It's very nice to be the center of attention of the world markets. Everybody's looking to India. It's the preferred destination. And that's really thanks to what has happened in the boardrooms of corporate India. And I think that going forward, what you mentioned about a lot of changes which are expected, I think we must look very carefully at what are the objectives of these changes. And each one of these, the way I look at them, are one more step in favor of very healthy capital formation in the country. Whether it is confidence in the corporate sector, confidence in the reporting, confidence in the markets. And this is what really creates capital in the country. And this is what provides that fuel for the growth of the economy. And indeed, after that wealth is created, for people to participate in that wealth. So I think everyone here is really very bullish. Certainly when I meet with them in their offices, there are so many projects which were on the back burner for the last 15, 18 months. All of them are now on the front burner. And everyone's very excited about the growth potential in India.